Friends, there's a saying we've all heard: everything that happens, happens for a good reason. It may sound simple, but it holds a deep truth. Every event in our lives, even the difficult ones, comes with a purpose. We don't always see the reason right away, but with time, we begin to understand why things unfolded the way they did. Hello everyone, and welcome to VIRE Tales. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. So today, let's explore this idea through a short story, one that offers a fresh way of looking at every aspect of life. Stay with this story till the end. A long time ago, in a small village, there lived a young man named Arjun. He had traveled to a nearby town for work. After finishing his tasks, he began his journey back home, a route that passed through a dense forest. Suddenly, a group of bandits surrounded him. They snatched away everything he had earned and left him with nothing. Arjun was devastated. He wondered how he would return home, and how he would support his family now. As he walked on in despair, he came across a wise sage. Arjun thought, maybe I should share my troubles with him. Perhaps he'll be able to help me. He approached the sage and broke down while narrating everything that had happened. The sage comforted him and said, "Don't worry. Whatever happened, happened for good." Arjun grew frustrated. "How can you say that?" he cried. "I've lost everything. I don't even have the money to get back home. How could this possibly be good?" The sage smiled gently. "Let me explain with a story. Listen carefully, it may change how you look at life." The sage began. Many years ago, in a certain town, lived a poor laborer and his family. Their situation was so bad that they barely had anything to eat. That year, a terrible flood struck the region and destroyed everything. Whatever food, grains, and belongings the family had managed to save were washed away. The laborer had a young son. Seeing the destruction, the boy said, "Father, everything happens for the best. We shouldn't lose hope." Hearing this, the laborer became angry. "What nonsense," he shouted. "We've lost everything, even our food. What good could possibly come out of this?" In anger, he scolded his son and drove him out of the house. Crying, the boy walked away and didn't return by nightfall. The laborer regretted his outburst, but there was nothing more he could do. Just then, a rescue boat arrived carrying officials from the nearby town. They were there to help flood victims. The laborer's wife said, "See? Our son was right. We were saved, so something good did happen after all." But the laborer snapped back. "You don't understand. This is their job. We still have no home, no food. What's good about that?" His wife said, "Don't worry. We'll find another way. If we don't have money, we'll figure something out." But the laborer replied, "It's not about money. We had a small pouch containing something very precious. That too was swept away. Now I have nothing left." She asked what was inside the pouch, but he replied, "There's no point talking about something that no longer exists." Time passed. The laborer somehow survived by seeking help from others. Life wasn't easy, and the crops in his field didn't grow well that year either. He was constantly worried. One day, speaking with his wife, he said, "What do we do now?" She suggested, "Why not go to the town and look for work? You can earn something for a while, and I'll help by working in nearby homes." The idea made sense to him. The next day he went to the town and searched every street for a job. But no one hired him. He became anxious. How would he take care of his family now? He had no proper house, only a small shelter made of straw that he built after the flood. Worried and heartbroken, he stared at his ruined crops and said, "My son has left, and I've been abandoned in every way. His wife encouraged him again. "Don't lose hope. Keep trying. You'll find work somewhere. Sitting here crying won't help." He agreed. The next day he tried again, but still, no job. On his way back, he encountered a sage. The sage asked why he looked so distressed. The laborer told him everything, about the flood, the loss of his belongings, the lack of food, and how he had sent his son away in anger. The sage smiled and said, "Whatever happened, happened for good." Hearing this, the laborer grew furious. "How can you say that? I've lost everything. My son is gone. What good is there in this?" The sage calmly replied, "Be patient. When the time comes, every answer will become clear. Everything happens for a good reason." Then the sage walked away. The laborer felt bad that he had nothing to offer in return, and that night he kept wondering, how could any of this possibly be good? The next day, he went back to the town in search of work, and this time, fortune smiled on him. A wealthy official hired him and even offered him a house near his own estate. The laborer politely declined the house but thanked him sincerely. He now had a stable job with a good salary. He and his wife were overjoyed. One night, someone knocked on their door. When they opened it, a young man stood outside with a large suitcase and a car parked behind him. The laborer was stunned. It was his son. The boy said, "Father, it's me. I went to the town looking for work. I found a business opportunity and made a great profit. I even built a big house there." The laborer's joy knew no bounds. The son continued, "Father, I told you earlier, everything happens for the best. If the flood hadn't come, I never would have gone to the town, and none of this would have happened." The two embraced each other in happiness. Finishing the story, the sage said to Arjun, "Always remember, human understanding is limited. We cannot always grasp the plans of the universe. Whatever happens carries a purpose. We often assume life is being unfair because we only look at the present moment. But if your intentions are pure and your heart is honest, nothing truly bad ever happens to you. Whenever tough times come, remind yourself, this too shall pass. No matter how hard the situation, one day everything falls back into place. Hard times only make us stronger." Arjun finally spoke up, "Everything you said makes sense, but what about me? I've just been robbed. How can there be anything good in that? How will I return home empty-handed?" The sage smiled. "Don't worry. I found something in the forest that doesn't serve any purpose for me, but it will help you." He handed Arjun a shining stone. Arjun asked, "What is this?" The sage replied, "It's a philosopher's stone. Touch it to iron, and the iron turns to gold." Arjun's eyes lit up. "Now I understand. If I hadn't been robbed, I never would have met you, and I wouldn't have received this priceless gift." With the stone, Arjun transformed his life and became prosperous. This story teaches us that every event, even the painful ones, carries something good within it. When we face hardship, we often fail to see the reason behind it. But as time passes, we realize that behind every difficulty lies a hidden blessing. Challenges make us stronger, wiser, and more capable. So stay patient. Trust your efforts, trust your intentions, and trust the timing of life. Every event brings a lesson, and every phase brings growth. We hope you enjoyed this story. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to VIRE Tales. Thank you for staying with us until the end.